Hello, and welcome to another episode of Stream for Initiative, where natural 20s are never natural. Alcohol consumption is strongly advised, and viewer discretion is merely a suggestion. Hello, and welcome back. I feel like it's been like 8 months, and it's been 2 weeks.
It's been 84 years.
84 years. Uh-oh. Are the other two there? They're so quiet. They're so quiet.
Yes.
They're dead. We must press on.
Oh, thanks.
Hello, chat.
Okay, I mean, if Roger wants to do all the heavy lifting by himself
No,
and just
Kitty.
continue the
No,
campaign,
please.
that's fine.
No, please don't leave him alone.
Just take
He's-
my corpse
he's-
and make sure it's beautiful.
Wait, what?
No, my boy will not make it.
You're up north in the cold. Maybe you can like use cryogenics or something.
Yeah, see? Keep me young and beautiful in death.
Happy birthday, Death Day.
All
All right, well, welcome to session something 12 question mark, I think, with
we're
team
gonna
Glute.
go with that.
I think it's 12 with team Glute Guilt.
Team awesome.
Glute.
Team
Hey.
Yes, team awesome, I guess. I don't know how that fits with GLT, but it does. So, last time on Stream for Initiative,
No.
I don't remember what happened.
We gotta let go of the horse.
Oh my gosh,
Yes.
Luigi
Really?
Tesla, pray to the horse god that he survives and makes it back to town on his own.
We went up into, well, close to the mountains where it was starting to get rather cold, and Luigi Tesla was being obstinate. He didn't want to go any further, and we weren't going to be able to push that horse any further, so we set up camp and took turns watching over the night, and there were ice wraiths, which we had different methods of dealing with. Lily burned the stew
Yeah.
incredibly. I don't know how the fuck you do that, but she found a way.
It's a gift.
It is a
Instead of life finding a way, Lily will find a way.
Indeed. We ate bread and then we turned back and we decided that the best course of action to take, because we were going to have to probably let go of him at some point, there was going to be a point where he wasn't going to be able to go any farther, was to release Luigi Tesla and kind of send him in the direction of the town that we came from. Insert sad Incredible Hulk music. And then we started around a different way, and we made the decision that it would be a good idea to hunt some goats for their pelts and make little shawls that would help keep us slightly warmer than we would be with just the blankets, and also get extra rations.
I forgot
And
about that part, yeah.
so we absolutely annihilated like 5 goats, and we set up camp afterward, and that's kind of where we left off.
Absolutely, I like how you worded that. Absolutely
Yeah.
annihilated some goats.
Okay,
mean,
so I say it
Team
that
awesome
way
for a reason.
because fucking Panda over here with her stunning strike. I know we're supposed to kill the goats, but I can't actually bring myself to kill the goat. And the both of them turning away and making me do all the cleaning and the.
You know what? He tried. Hey, he tried. It's not his fault that I rolled pretty shit.
That is his fault because he is you. That is. So yes.
I'm just bougie.
Oh my god.
I'm a survivor. I lived on the streets. I'm not touching that goat. Ew.
There are no goats in the cities.
Oh man.
Like, oh my god, ew, you're going to make me get goat blood under my manicure? How dare you?
and now you know Roxy's character from the one shot was basically that.
Yeah, that was my character from the one shot. She was created to be killed.
It was funny. Somehow she made a TikTok person in D&D and it was interesting. Anyways,
She was a bard. It worked out. Fairy, yeah, my fairy.
so that's exactly right. You guys went north. You got to the border of the forest. The horse was having none of it, and your decision was to let the horse go, and then you started traveling east to try to skirt around the forest or find another way north because you were saying F that forest, I'm not going in there. And yeah, that's kind of where we left off. Like you said, we left off at a nice place where you camped, and you're still heading east. And I think, if I remember, you could start seeing some hills. Not singing, seeing.
Oh.
I mean, you could sing if you want to sing.
I know.
All right, go for it. You have the stage. Go.
All right, let's go. All right, no, for us, let's go.
Okay, so you can just.
Far over the misty mountains cold. There you go.
That wasn't me.
You're not a bard.
She's half bard.
So, just far off in the distance to the east, which is the way you're following, you can start seeing the land starts to create hills, and the height starts to change as you can start seeing mountains in the distance. First, they're lower peaks. You're just starting to make out higher peaks. But yeah, and the air is quite chilly as you head north.
Is it like as cold as like when we were around the snow creature things, or? Because I know you said the temperature dropped drastically that time.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, it's a little warmer, but it's still pretty freaking cold. It's probably only like 3 or 4 degrees higher. You know how weather do, like it gets.
I know how
it'll
weather
drop.
do.
I know, right? You of all people, it drops from like a cold front, and then it takes a day or two before it goes back up to normal.
All right, so I have a question then, since we're talking about that. Is it the actual temperature that's cold, or is it the windshield?
The wind chill.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good question. I mean, as I say, the temperature's that cold, so it's not a feels like thing. It's not like 70 feels like 65.
Mm-hmm.
No.
All right, cool. That's what I was asking.
Okay. We'll say it's probably around 65 right now, actually.
Oof.
Which is not terrible, but you haven't actually gone into the snowy regions. You're just starting to skirt around it. But as you get closer up into the hills, it's going to get even colder as you get higher in elevation. So, are you going to continue traveling east?
Indeed.
Indeed.
Yes.
We are going to keep traveling.
All right. So, as you travel east, are you staying close enough to the forest to keep it in view? I mean, you could stay hundreds of feet away and still have it in view. It's pretty low rolling hills and plains right now. Or are you
I
spreading
suppose
it
so.
really far out?
I mean, I don't think it would make sense for us to be skirting super far out. So I'm gonna say we can still see it.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
So go. You have a question?
Yeah, I'm looking at the map. Where are we again on the map?
Oh my Lanta. We went through this whole thing. Okay. So you see Ardenrun.
I do see it. Is
do
it
you
those
have
trees?
the trees straight north from it? Yes.
Uh-huh.
And then you guys basically went straight north, had problems, and started going east. So do you have it where you have the scale on there with the hexagons, or are you looking at it on Roll20?
I see the hexagons.
Okay, so if you go straight north and then you're in the hexagon and you go east, there's like a line. You're basically on that line.
Ah, okay, that line. Okay, I see.
Okay, you see.
I sees it.
I'm gonna put it up on the stream too, so you guys can, viewers can see. They started here, they went up. Ooh, go away. Up here, and they turned and they went, and they're basically right here. So that's about where they're at, and they're trying to head here. So there we go.
All right. So I guess in that case, as we don't have to worry about the horse or anything else, let's just try to head towards the mountains. No.
Yeah, I would say so.
Do we
Up,
really
up and
need?
away.
Do we really need to take a detour through the forest? Wouldn't it be shorter to cut through the forest?
Yeah, we were only thinking of taking a detour because of like Luigi Tesla, but like since we sent him on his way, like might as well just head through.
Going through. Am I talking as a player or as Tess? Are you guys talking to each other
sorry.
as Broker
As
and
a
Lily?
player.
Or...
Why don't you do it as players? You can just figure it out for a minute or two.
Yeah, I was talking
So,
as a player.
Going through the forest takes us kind of out of the way of the actual destination. If we head around east and just cut through the mountain and like, suffer for a couple of days, we could get there pretty fast. But if you want to go through the forest, I'm okay with that.
I mean, honestly, whichever's like faster.
Wait, and so you're saying going around the forest would be faster?
What? No, I don't know what you mean when you're saying going around the forest.
Oh, because I'm looking at the map right now, and where we are, I was thinking we could just like make a beeline.
The mountain range
range
is thicker where the forest kind of is, and if we just like divert a little ways to the east, then there's like a thinner mountain pass. But if you want to go through the forest, I do not care.
Yeah. So, I see. I think I see what you're saying. How it's because some of the mountains are green, so it's kind of like an illusion, but it is thicker. If you go north first through the woods and then cut east, it gets pretty thick there.
I'm sorry, I don't know my directions. Can you just point it out for me, Zafian?
Are you looking at the stream?
Yes, I am.
So if you go straight up north and then cut east, right here, there's quite a bit of travel through the mountains. But if you go this way and then cut either like this or this, you won't be traveling in the mountains as much. And the overall destination is here.
Okay.
Yeah, because it just seemed like to me that had more mountain areas to climb through. But I see what you're talking about.
Okay. Then it sounds like heading a bit to the east then is better. If it's thinner that way.
Wow, picking up the Lily accent.
Yeah.
I do not know what you mean.
She's she'll be Lily and I'll be...
All you have to do is not say anything.
I mean, this could be.
The lavender tea ship has sailed. I repeat, this is not a drill.
I'd say it is April Fool's, so.
Oh. I can't even joke about that.
Now's the time. Now is the time. Okay, so what's the decision then, guys?
Well, I think like Tess she rolled like super high to be a better reader, map maker. So if she's better at reading maps, then I would say we'll go the direction she would go.
Trust in Tess.
Well,
yeah.
Oh no.
you know what the abbreviation for that is, right?
Tit. You fucking prick.
No,
so
that's
I
a
would
different gender.
I would recommend shut up, Zapian. I would recommend like cutting a bit east and then going through the thinner part of the mountain pass.
Right, we will do that then.
Yep.
Okay. Continuing east. All right. So, through your travels for the next day on foot. Now, remember, since you're on foot, the travel is just it's a little less, but thankfully you're in a very, like I said, very flat area, so nothing really to impede you any. I need one of you to roll a d20 for me.
Not it.
I guess I'll do it.
I got a 15.
Oh.
Wow, look at that. On the ball. Hey, where's my where's my list? Nani?
Sorry, I didn't mean to steal your thunder. Roxy, you can get the next one. I'm sorry.
Oh, no biggie. I didn't even have my dice out.
And I'm pretty sure mine are still cursed, so I'm just like, oh, let me.
Okay. So, as you continue traveling east, you start seeing some form of village in your path. It's very, very small, and there's lots of construction going on.
Construction?
Yeah, you can hear like hammers and saws and stuff of trees being cut down and cut to size.
What are they building? Just like
Is this the mining village?
You can make an investigation roll for me if you'd like.
Or is that
Sure.
logging? I'll make one even though I suck at it.
I'll
Oh
do one too.
no! Why? Why on something stupid? I got a nat 20.
Wow.
God damn it!
Investigation. I got an 11 plus 1.
Which is a 24.
A nat
Wow.
24. Nice.
I got a 7 plus nothing.
It's what I expect from Groger.
Cursed dice, man.
And you roll like I do, and I love it. All right.
Keeps things interesting.
It does. It's my favorite part.
It keeps him oblivious. He don't know shit, man.
I'm not one of those people that like gets upset about low rolls and stuff like that, especially when it comes to role-playing games. It just makes things more fun. When I lose at board games all the time because of it, that's frustrating. All right, so with your nat 24, you do notice that most of the people that are working are very tiny in stature. I mean, I don't know how close you guys are getting if you're just checking it from far away. What do you think? How close are you?
I don't...
Are they Gomo size?
Hey, yeah, about that size. They could be halfling, dwarf, gnome, somewhere around that stature, unless you get closer.
I would like to get closer.
Would you like to know more?
So
yeah.
Okay.
I want to.
So I will say with your nat 24, most of them are gnomes. There's very
so
few...
Neota size, not Gomo size.
Right. Exactly. There's a few halflings and a few humans, but most of them are gnomes. And you do also see there's one nearly complete building. Looks like they're constructing a roof to it now. It is the biggest building you see, even though it is just a one-story building, because the rest are still being laid out. You do see some fairly nice-sized mushrooms that are growing around as well. The biggest one is probably I don't know, 4 maybe 5 feet high, and yeah, they're fairly big mushrooms.
Are these like possibly refugees from Warsaw?
Yeah, could
I
be.
was thinking that too.
Would you like to ask?
Well, Groker doesn't know much about Warsaw, so
Neither does Tess. Neither does Lydia.
Inquisitive tiefling, would you like to ask?
Okay. Well, I guess I'll go walk over there and see who was the first person I could talk to.
Okay. Are you just going by yourself, or are all three of you just kind of walking up together?
I mean, Groker will go with her.
Yeah, I'll go too.
Okay.
But don't split the party.
Shame. As you walk towards the group, you do see one of them kind of stop and look in your direction for a moment and let some other people know. Like, you can see them kind of like pointing at you and talking. And two people that are dressed differently than the rest. You can tell they're either like military type or something. They have swords, and one has a bow. And they kind of walk a little ahead of the group, and they just kind of wait for your arrival. And as you get closer, one says, "Oi, what's your business here?"
Hello. Actually, we're going up the mountains and we just stumbled across here. We didn't know that there was a town here.
Oh, there's not yet. There will be.
Where are you guys from?
Kind of squints his eyes at you. He says, "What's it to you?"
I've seen giant mushrooms like that before.
Have you now?
Yeah.
And where
They were
might that
houses,
be
though.
from?
Warfster.
And he kind of looks at the other one. The other one looks at him. And he says, "What do you know about it?"
That it's not there no more. The last time I passed by, and there was no people, so I didn't know what happened to anybody.
Oh, there's people there. They're all dead. Thanks to those
All of
damn beasts, whatever they were. Lizard men. Coming out of everywhere. Riding on these giant beasts. Destroying everything.
Are they the ones that burned down the town?
That's what I think, anyways. There's a debate about that, but I think it was them. I mean, coming out of nowhere. I mean, you ever see anything like that?
Well, I saw them when I passed by Warfster. They were still there.
Well, that's good, as long as they're not here.
Are you guys from Warfster?
He kind of looks over at the other one again. And he kind of, like, they start walking back and they're waving to you. "Come with us." I think you're alright.
It's probably safe to assume yes.
Were you saying that under your breath?
Mm-hmm.
It's never polite to assume things. Come on, let's follow.
So he says, "Yeah, we're from Warser. What's left of it anyways. There's a talk of naming this place Warser. You know. I mean, Warser 2
New
sounds kind
Warser?
of stupid, but... Hey, New Warser, that's not bad. I'll bring that up at the next town meeting. New Warser."
I'm really sorry about everything that happened. I do know that they're investigating because there were soldiers there when we were passing by.
Investigate? Investigate what? We already know what happened. Unless they're gonna kill all those lizard people.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what they're gonna do with that yet, but I'm just glad to see there's people that survived.
And as you guys are talking and you walk up to the other people, they didn't, like, none of them really kind of stopped to check you out. And just, obviously, if you came up with the two guardsmen, you're fine. So they're just working away on building and everything. Yeah, well, these mushrooms take a little bit of time to grow, but as you can see, it's going all right. For now, we'll just keep building some buildings and hope for the best.
Considering how warm it was in Warfster, I'm impressed that these mushrooms are growing in this climate.
Yeah, it's a funny thing that the soil here, they seem to like it, but the temperature not so much. So we have to help them out a little bit as they grow. But I think they'll be all right.
Oh man, if I knew there was a town here, we could have left Luigi here.
Who's Luigi?
He was our horse. We had to let him go because horses don't do well going up mountains.
Ah, it depends on the horse.
He was a horse built for speed, not for sturdiness.
Ah, yeah. I've seen those too. There's humans like those, huh? I think there's even, like, they even race them in some? That's crazy. Racing horses.
Well, I don't think it's just the horses they like racing. I think they like the gambling too.
Ah, gambling I can get behind. I usually like it in, dice or cards, but horses? That's just weird.
Yeah, gambling is fun actually.
And he, as you guys are talking, he brings you up to the house, or the building that was constructed, or almost finished with the roof, and he says, well, this is kind of where we're calling the inn for now, and you can see it's not really finished, and it won't be the inn. It's just what we have at the moment. And most of us here, honestly, and he kind of waves around and says, we just kind of pitch tents and sleep in here for now until, some of us will take turns in here because at least, the walls will help with the wind if there's any. But for now, this is what we got.
Well, for this is all you guys are having. It's nice. I like it.
So, how'd you know about Warsaw anyways?
Oh, well, me and my group, we stopped there for a while when there was a festival going on. And after we left and came back, that's when we saw what happened to it.
Festival, huh?
Yes, it was a festival.
And you kind of see he's just kind of looking past you and kind of nothing, and he's just reminiscing for a minute. He said, yeah, those were some good times. It might have been the same festival. At this one time I was at this tavern, and there was these like bards having a competition of tales. It was pretty interesting. This one person went up and was talking about this magical creature that came out of bags.
Oh.
And Groger just visibly flinches.
Man, that was a good tale. Those were good times. But you'll see, and he kind of cheers up a little bit. You'll see, we'll have better times here.
Well, maybe... I'm sorry?
That's the spirit. It's never easy to rebuild, especially when it feels like you've lost everything, but it's well worth the effort.
Yeah, well, it's what we got, right? What the gods decided we're capable of, and we'll remain strong.
That's how you do it. Maybe once you guys are done building the town, you can hold another festival as a kind of like a celebration for new beginnings.
Yeah, a new beginning celebration and new Warsaw. Hey, you guys have some great ideas.
Well, I guess we should keep going. I mean, normally if we see a town, we would probably want to pick up supplies, but you guys probably need everything you have, so.
Yeah, we don't really have much to give. I mean, at least the only thing I could really offer is if you needed some time, you could maybe use this house for a little while if you needed to. Sure, I'd be okay with that, but I don't really have anything else to offer.
That's very kind of you, but I think it's better that we go and take care of our business up on the mountains, and when we come back, I'm sure you'll be well into your construction. Maybe there'll be a few places to look up when we come back, eh?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, if you see any other gnomes around or anything, or if you hear anything about other refugees from Warsaw, you can tell him where New Worser is.
We ought to do.
happy-
That sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
Be sure to do that.
Hey, thanks. What was your guys' names?
Oh, I'm Liliola.
Tess, pleasure.
Groger.
Well, Tess, Lily, and Groker. Nice to meet you guys.
And your name?
Oh, I'm Pazu.
Azul.
Pazu. Yeah, nice to meet you. I'm one of the
Thank
guards
you.
here. Well, appointed guards. We don't really have any, kind of drew straws, and I got the smallest one. But that's right. I take my job seriously, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are you prepared against some of the local wildlife? We were around the forest, just around the bend, and ran into some ice wraiths. They didn't manage to catch wind of us, but it might be a problem for you if you're not prepared for them.
Yeah, we've seen them in the forest. We find that they don't like to leave it. They don't really venture too far past the trees. So as long as we don't go in there, so far they've left us alone. We find that fire works really well against them.
Indeed.
It's good target practice. You can set an arrow on fire, and then you can just try to shoot them. Kind of fun.
Oh, why didn't I think of that?
Well, now you know. Hopefully you got better aim than my buddy here, and he kind of hits him in the side with his elbow. And you hear a little ugh. He just glowers at him, but he doesn't say anything.
Well,
So,
thank you for everything. And
sure. I didn't do anything except to talk your ear off, but all right. You're welcome.
well, you were hospitable. So
That's how we do it here in New Worser.
Taking a shine to that name, eh?
It's amazing. New Worser. Telling you, we're gonna make it a thing. You'll see.
well, the best of
I
luck.
look forward to it.
And hopefully, when we stop by the New Worcester again, you guys have much more done and are living much better lives.
Well, thank you. Safe travels, the three of you.
Keep yourselves well.
And he looks at Garger and says, "Hey, take care of these ones here. Us guys gotta, toughen up, man up, if you know what I mean. Protect them."
Oh, Groger just nods. I will.
All right. Gives you what would pass for a slap on the side of the arm, like on the shoulder, but obviously can't reach that high. So, and then the two of them walk off.
One on his.
It's like right on your
one
waist.
on his thigh or
So,
something.
yeah.
So intimate. My God.
almost slapped your butt.
Oh, wait, one
Good
more
game.
thing.
Yeah?
If you guys happen to see a horse with a blanket on it, that's our horse. Make sure it's okay, I guess. I don't think it'll come this way, but just in case.
All right. The horse, the racing horse, Luigi, right?
Yes, Luigi Tesla.
Oh, Luigi, not Luigi. All right, got it. Do my best.
Bye bye.
Safe travels. And they turn and start walking away, and you can see one of them is pushing the other one like they're just play fighting again.
So glad to see that these people are doing well, considering everything that happened.
Sounds like it was rough.
Yeah. That tale he was talking about, the one who told the story was our friend Nyoda that you haven't met.
Ah. So that story has some truth in it?
Apparently.
Judging by what you've told me about your other friend who's disappeared?
Yeah. Apparently, it's got truth in it. What if the Backman is really know that they're playing a prank on us?
I doubt that.
I'm
We
not sure
should
they would have
keep moving.
injured you so if it was a prank. We should probably go.
Let's keep going.
Okay.
Zapian?
He's gone. Sorry.
Damn.
Zapian's gone.
I'm in control
Oh,
now. Okay. So, as you continue towards the mountains, or the hills, as you were, it starts to get a little colder as the day progresses. Gets to a high of maybe 70 before it drops again. In the distance, you hear some wolves howling in the distance. Maybe
Just
northeast direction.
regular wolves? Or was it like, can we tell?
You could make an survival check for me.
Fish. There is no Zapian, only Zoo. I Stop. I got a 19 altogether.
Nice.
Sound like wolves, like regular wolves.
Are we headed in that direction, or are we far enough away that it wouldn't be an issue?
Sounds pretty far away. It is
Okay.
it is in a northeastern direction, so it could be either in the woods, past the trees, or maybe past it a little bit into the hills. But you're not headed in that exact direction, no.
Lovely. So, what happened exactly in Warsaw?
Well, long story short, after the festival, I believe, I could be getting the time frame wrong, but a massive fire broke out. And we were able to save some people, but some we didn't, and we lost our first few horses there. We lost our escort. He died in the fire, I think. And then after that's when we found the zombie dinosaurs.
You want to run that last part by me again?
Zombie lizard men, giant zombie creatures.
Right, that's what I thought you said.
That's where
Just wanted
magic
to make
came
sure.
from. Oh wait, you haven't met Magic yet.
Magic's a person?
It's a baby dinosaur thing.
You are a very strange group of ragtag adventurers. I mean, I've seen some fucking weird ones, but you guys take the piss. Shall we?
But yeah, we shall continue. But also, when we came back, apparently Warsaw got attacked again, and this time it was like burnt to the ground. That's basically what happened.
In a nutshell.
It's a wonder that they have any fight left in them. Good
I
on them,
didn't even
though.
know there was any survivors. That's why I was surprised when I saw them.
How did you not even bring up the unicorn? Come on now.
that was when we went back, right? It wasn't during the first fire?
I think it was.
Yeah, I think it was when we went back.
No, wasn't that the first fire at the same time that that Gomo was like walking on water and stuff?
Oh,
That was so crazy.
Well, yeah, Gomer was walking on water. I summoned I don't know what kind of unicorn it was, an undead unicorn.
Yeah.
Wasn't it?
Fun times.
Finn, why do you give all of the like references to the past events to the group who can't remember shit?
What's really funny is like I remember that stuff and nobody else can. But at the same time, when we start these, I'm like, yeah, what happened 2 weeks ago? And that was like a year and a half ago. And I'm like, yeah, I remember that. Like it was yesterday.
Oh yeah, it's my undead unicorn that I summoned. I forgot about that. His name was Steve.
Yeah, there we go. Oh, that was the second
just have a-
time. Now I remember because you used it to help fight the dinosaurs.
Yes, it was
Yeah.
the second time when we
Yeah.
were
You have a
fighting the zombie
penchant for
horde.
naming horses ridiculous things.
I'm telling this to you, by the way, Tess, about my undead unicorn named Steve.
Tess is just kind of like just silent, nodding her head and with like a look on her face like I don't know what the fuck I've gotten myself into.
I miss Steve.
We should probably start looking for a cave or an alcove, somewhere that would be easy for us to set up and make camp for the night.
DM, do we see anything that she just said?
Why don't make a survival check?
Master.
Make a survival check to see if you can find anything of what she just said.
I'll roll for this.
Survival. Oh, is it just one of us rolling or all of us?
Whoever wants to be looking out for whatever it is that she just said.
Okay, because I rolled
Okay.
already. I
What
got
did
a
you roll?
19 plus 2.
Wow.
Nice.
Nice.
I will probably not get anything close to that. Oh, 17 plus 4.
Wow,
Hey!
the same numbers.
I got a.
Shit.
got
I used a
24.
completely different dice.
I just realized your camera's not on.
Oh,
It
God.
was earlier.
What happened?
Well,
Ow.
anyways, we got the same number because we're whole.
God. Tess, what did you get?
24, 16 plus 8.
Wow. You guys are all rolling high. So there isn't really like an alcove or anything. It's still pretty flat in this area. You could maybe find a lower spot in the plains, like or maybe dig something out, or there's really not a lot to find as far as something to get away from the wind or anything. So
What time of day is it? Like, is it midday? Is it getting into the evening?
it's maybe afternoon time, 3-4 p.m. somewhere in there.
We could probably push and keep going a little further if you wanted to see if we could find something else, or would you rather we set up?
Well, we still have some time, so yeah, let's go a little bit further and see if we find anything. And if it starts getting too dark, we'll just settle wherever we're at.
Sounds good to me.
Okay. So, you guys keep pushing on and go for an hour or two more? What do you say?
Yes.
At
Yeah.
max, probably like 3.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'll just
Oh, but we're in our walking
I'll just keep
shoes.
using your same rolls since they're pretty good ones. Unless you want to roll again.
Nah.
That's what I thought.
Nah.
What I thought. So eventually, as time goes by and the sun starts setting a little bit more, it gets a little darker and a little colder. You find some rocks you might be able to like huddle up against and use it as help against the wind, but that's pretty much the best you can find here. However, I will say that since all 3 of your rolls are over a 20, the only thing that you would be able to see is you see like a smoke in the distance that may be from a fire of some sort.
Oof.
But it is off into the woods a little bit.
There are more
Could be other
around here.
travelers.
True, but you don't know the nature of those other travellers, and we would be taking a great risk if we continued further and caught hypothermia or something trying to get to a potential camp. I'm not keen on the idea, but I'll follow you if that's where you want to go.
I think we should still do what we said. Go as far as we can, and if we find nothing, then camp there. So I think, where we at right now is good. Because we
Sounds
don't
good to
know how
me.
far that fire is. If I knew maybe an estimate of how far it was, maybe I'd say let's go check it out. But we really don't know. So let's stay here for now, and maybe we'll run into those people later.
Very reasonable of you.
Now and later.
So, we set up camp. Like to use my Hearth of Moonlight and Shadow.
Okay. As you set up camp, you hear more distant howling. Still seem like they're pretty far away. All right. So, as the sun starts to set even more, are you guys building a fire?
Yes.
Mhm.
Fire is a must. My tushy is cold.
Okay. As the weather
Use some of the kindling from the cart.
drops again, or drops some more as the night goes down. Oh, that's right. You did take some of that with you, didn't you?
Mhm.
All right. Who's taking watch? Who do what?
Groger will volunteer first watch.
Sounds good.
All right. And as far as old mechanics go, I need all of you guys to roll a d20 for me.
Oh,
boy.
no.
Just a flat D20.
Just a flat d20.
Oh.
13.
16.
Okay.
6.
Oh.
Oof.
So if you remember what I had said last time is the colder it gets, or as more north you go and it gets colder, the higher the DC check would be. So pretty low check still. So see how you guys go.
Come on, Lily. Don't be like me in real life. I have no cold tolerance.
They say the characters take after their players, right?
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. So
Does
Groger's
that mean
first
I'm
watch?
cold?
Well, I mean,
Mhm.
you guys are all cold. It's cold outside.
Yeah.
Baby, it's cold outside.
Yep. So
But yes,
Groger's
I'm taking
taking
first
first watch.
watch. Mm-hmm.
as the other two take their siesta.
Siesta?
Yes. No?
Oh, it's a nap.
Yeah, it's a big nap. It's a long nap.
Okay.
Siesta.
Siesta.
All right. So, Groger, I need you to roll, if you would like to, perception check for me, please.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. I'm gonna die.
Danger!
Thank you. Let's see. That is a 10 flat.
10 flat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. As the night progresses through your watch, it gets colder and colder. You can start seeing your breath. And just kind of keeping an eye out. It's pretty open where you are. Gives you a good field of view other than the rock that you guys are huddled against. And at one point, you think you hear a noise from the other side of the rock. Like, not right on the other side, but in that direction. And you... Do you want to investigate the noise, or...?
Yes.
Okay. So as you kind of get up and look around and investigate on the other side of the rock, you can't really make anything else out. Nothing really there catches your eyes. Could have been the wind. Who knows? Could have been some kind of rodent or something in the grass. But yeah.
Well, he's suspicious, but if he's not seeing anything, he's gonna just still try to keep a lookout, but and go sit back by the fire.
And
It's like when it's pitch black and you're... Oh, sorry.
No, I was gonna say you do have the moonlight, so it does help a little bit, like, because it's wide open here, right? So the moonlight it makes things easy to see, and you can still make out the smoke trail in the sky from the other fire that's pretty far away. You can't see it. You can't. There's no visible light, but you can see the smoke.
Mm-hmm.
I imagine what just happened to Groger is very similar to like when it's pitch black in your house at night. You feel like everything is silent, then you just hear something clatter
Yeah.
in another room or something, and so you go and investigate, and you can't see anything out of the ordinary. So you're like suspicious, but
Yep.
Nothing's different.
Exactly. And it won't be until you wake up the next morning and you're moving around that you're like, oh, that's what it was. But yeah, nothing else happens. The rest of your time seems to go by smoothly.
Okay. Well, in that case, gonna go wake up Tess.
Oh, I see how it is. Let your sleeping beauty get her beauty sleep. Mm-hmm. All right. I'm up, big boy. I'm up. You might want to go curl in on your girl so she doesn't freeze to death.
I thought I heard a noise earlier, but when I went to investigate, I couldn't see anything. But it's just something to keep a lookout for, in case I miss something.
You point me in the direction?
Yep, he's gonna point where he heard it.
That way.
That way, in whatever direction it was.
That way, Mom.
Southeast.
All right. Well, I'll check it out. You get some rest.
By the way, is Lily does she look super cold, all huddled, shivering, or is she just sleeping?
Exactly that. She's huddled, shivering.
Oh. Okay. Well, Groger is going to do something.
Of course he is.
He sees her shivering and...
Well, what are you waiting for? Quit hesitating or you're gonna burn your fucking sleeping hours.
And okay, well, I mean... You don't have to yell at him.
Maybe you do.
Oh, Lord. he's just gonna go over and he's actually gonna kind of, I don't say cradle, but he's gonna hold her so he can like try to give her some more warmth and like I don't know how big are their like goat skin? They're just like shawls, right?
Mhm.
He's gonna take his and wrap it around her to give her extra warm because he technically has
Oh.
like sleeves on his like outfit. So, and he rolled a 16, so maybe he'll be fine.
Maybe.
But he's more concerned about her. He's just gonna wrap her in his shawl and just kind of like nuzzle in so he can kind of keep her help keep her warm and go to sleep.
Okay. Oh, made me tired. Time to sleep. All right, Big Spoon. Okay, so Lydia, Tess,
Mhm.
your watch.
Mhm. Yep. I want to put a fresh pair of eyes on what Groger pointed out just to see if there's anything, and if not, I'll just go sit down.
All right, make a perception check. Throw those eyes. Throw those fresh pair of eyes.
19 altogether.
Altogether, 19. Yeah, so you scan the area in the general direction of where Groger was pointing. And it's just kind of rolling fields with lots of grass, and you can see the grass is kind of swaying in the wind, and you can catch it catching the moonlight. It's making like waves in the grass, but other than that, it looks pretty tranquil and peaceful. Don't see anything else.
All right. Then I will go sit down and write letters.
Okay. Man, all of a sudden I got the yawns. All right,
Yeah.
pages.
Here you
Can
go. I made you a chai tea latte.
Oh,
Sleepy kitty.
I would love one. Can I get a survival check from you, please, or a perception check? One or the other.
Okay. Probably gonna go with survival then. 25.
That's a high number.
Yes.
Man, Lydia with the high rolls tonight.
I have a very high survival.
Her survival's like 19, so she only rolled like a 6. No. She's like that rogue that has like plus 30 million to stealth, so it doesn't matter what you roll.
Griff's actually had one of those,
Yeah.
so
Like Sam on Critical Role is like, I'm gonna go stealth. Like, okay, go ahead and roll, and like before it even tells what it says, it's like it's higher than 20. It doesn't matter what it rolled. Okay, so with 25, as you're you have the watch that's through the middle of the night, the late or early hours, you can start hearing weird, faint, like chanting almost. Maybe it's singing or something coming from the woods, in the direction of that fire.
it's not the same as the wisps.
No, this
It
is...
sounds like actual people.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Yeah, and you don't really, there's no instruments or anything. You can just barely make out. There's some kind of something going on. Either it's like yelling or chanting or singing. And with your roll, at one point it even sounds like you hear, like, is it a goat or something? Maybe, I don't know, like a bray coming from that direction too.
Interesting.
I mean, you did kill some goats. Maybe there's goats in that direction. I don't know. Who knows?
It's the cult of the lamb. They're getting ready to sacrifice us.
Cult of the Lamb. That's it. But yeah, other than that, your time goes by pretty silently and very tranquil. It does get to a low of almost 50. It's really cold. But yeah, that's your watch.
Very nice. Relatively easy.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm gonna go wake up Lily and try to extricate her from Groga.
Extricate.
Oh yeah, he's holding her. In the dead of his sleep, he's got her.
There's no moving that muscle-bound arm.
It's your turn for a watch.
Okay. I'll watch. Go ahead and sleep.
He's in the background, I'm sorry.
That's like keep myself muted.
Go
Okay.
ahead and sleep. I'll watch.
Are you going to be able to get yourself untangled?
It's okay if I don't. It's warm.
How are you going to keep watch from there?
Maki.
She can keep watch of those muscles.
I have
Oh
pretty
my lord!
I have pretty good eyesight. I should be able to see from here. I'll just scoot and sit up a little.
And
He doesn't have you in
I
a
would-
death grip. Like he's holding you, but it's not like.
how are you going to keep the fire going from there?
I have I'm gonna snack a piece of wood into the fire with my tail.
I mean, I know you have a prehensile tail, but I don't know if it has the muscle to do that.
My arms don't even have the muscles to do that.
And you just smack a piece of wood and you hear it as you hit
Maybe.
it. The wood doesn't move at all.
Maybe
I
it's
tried.
all in the tail.
It's all in the hips. It's all
I
in the
tried.
hips.
Okay, I'm getting up.
I'm sure Big Boy won't mind if you keep the shawl for your watch.
I have one. I'm gonna put his shawl back on him. I have my own. It's okay.
As you
I'm
get
just
up,
gonna go sit. I'm gonna go sit in the fire.
there goes that shawl and your clothes.
Just plops right in the middle of the fire.
Hold on. Let me strip so my clothes
my
won't get
God.
burned.
Grogu would die of a
Classic
nosebleed
Ro-
the next
Lily.
morning.
Oh god.
As
Just
you
sitting naked in the fire.
as you get up and you move out of that spot, Maki runs and scurries and gets in the spot you were just at in Groger's arms.
Hate it.
Oh,
Oh. I will say when you get up, his arm like kind of like reaches a bit, but like he doesn't. He kind of just falls back asleep.
in the interest of warmth, Tess is gonna sleep back to back with Groga.
Okay. So you have
Try not to let the fire go out this time, okay?
Okay. I'm just me staring at the fire.
Tess in at the back and Maki at the front.
Groga getting all the ladies.
Just a debonair extraordinaire, am I right?
Yep.
Right?
Own little harem.
I think we crowned the wrong pimp at the beginning of this campaign.
Neelan in the background somewhere, like, yeah, but he doesn't have any idea what to do with it.
Okay, so Liliola,
Yes, sir.
I need you to roll perception or survival with disadvantage, please.
Oh no. Okay. Disadvantage? Oh, that would be. You said what? Perception, right?
Yep.
Okay. Well, I got a 12 and a nat 20. So nat 20 is out.
Bummer. 12 plus what?
Perception 10.
Wow, 22. Still good. See, that's what I was talking about. Those rolls, that doesn't really matter what you get, because you get plus 10. Okay, so, as you're sitting there shivering, it's kind of hard to pay attention to anything other than the cold.
My clothes wouldn't burn off. I'd just sit in the fire.
Yeah. I mean, you're getting as close as you can to that fire without burning your clothes off anyways. Like, you can almost put your feet in the fire, your hands in the fire, but yeah. So what's interesting, the way I see it, maybe you picture it differently, but I picture it as like, yeah, you don't burn, but that doesn't mean it doesn't, like, it's not hot, right? That's the way I see it.
Oh, it's hot.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it still hurts. It just doesn't burn you. That's the way I see it anyways.
Yep.
Okay, so
It's like,
at one point,
it's like Wolverine.
oh yeah, with the claw, how it still hurts every time, but yeah.
Like, I still feel the pain, but whatever, bring it.
Whatever, bring it. I can hear Wolverine say that. Whatever, bring it.
Bub.
Whatever, bring it, bub.
Alright. Sorry.
Oh my god.
Is that another meme we're gonna do? Liliola as Wolverine saying whatever, bring it, bub. So at some point through the night, you hear some noise coming from the tree line, and it's, as you look over, at first you start noticing you see the ice wraiths that you guys had seen before. And then you see what looks like another light, but it's more yellowish tint, and you realize that it's a fire, and it's moving in a western direction, so kind of towards your camp, but not like out of the tree line, but you know what I mean, like going that direction.
Mm-hmm.
And as it starts going kind of directly across from you, you can hear some talking or chanting or something. It's like a guttural tone. And that's pretty much what you can make out. You can't really see anything. But what's interesting is the ice wraiths seem to go away from this. They move
And
around.
You said the light was kind of sort of heading towards us?
So you guys are outside of the woods, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so if the tree line is east to west, you're a little bit south, and the whatever's holding that torchlight is heading from west to east. So it's going to be going past you, but it's in the trees. It's not coming towards you. It's just going past you in the tree line.
I guess for now, I'll keep an eye on it to see what it does, to see if it passed or if it stops, like when it's like closer to us.
Okay.
Because if we're out in the open and we have a fire going, pretty sure they see that we're there.
Yeah. It's a fair bet.
No, sorry to cut in. That's incorrect, because with the hearth of moonlight and shadow, nothing can see us as long as we're in the radius of the hearth. including fire.
Good on you for reminding us. So yeah, after a while, it seems to just go past you.
I wasn't able to see at all, like any silhouettes or anything while I was passing by, right?
Well, you had a pretty good roll. I'll say that it was tallish, so maybe somewhere between like 6 to 7 feet. Seemed like it was somewhat humanoid. That's pretty much all you could make out. And like I said, there was some kind of guttural tone talking, so there was potentially more than one.
As curious as I am, for now, I will let it be and just watch them pass. And make sure I put some more whatever in the fire.
Yeah, just some whatever. Just throw some goat skin in there. Maybe some Groger.
Please,
Oh my
God, no.
god.
A little bit of this, a little bit of that. No, just throw some wood in there. It's fine. Okay. And after a couple more hours, you see the same figure or figures kind of come back past you again, go the other direction back to where they came.
Can I still see the smoke in the air from the other fire?
Yes. Yeah.
Does that spell test have block the smoke that comes from our fire?
It's a good question. Not really sure. I don't remember exactly how it's worded, but I was kind of
While within the sphere, you and your allies gain +5 bonus to dexterity, stealth, and wisdom perception checks, and any light from open flames in the sphere, campfire, torches, and the like isn't visible outside. So I guess that's kind of up to DM discretion. Like, if you want to say, oh, the light's not visible, but the smoke is, then, I mean, I'm not going to contest that.
Did you say +5 to perception?
That's what it says.
It's an even higher perception check.
I didn't know that.
I didn't remember. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay.
For shame! For shame!
It's okay.
I was more worried about like protecting us visibly than the bonuses, but yeah.
Boy,
So,
now I
I
sure
guess-
remember.
I'll write it down somewhere.
Well, I mean, I don't know how you guys forget. It's like a perception check for nighttime. You guys would be like +5.
So mine would have been like I forgot what I got
I
already.
don't know, 60 or something crazy.
Oh yeah, 60 +5.
Well, shoot, with a +5, why not? It's more fun. You could tell through the silhouette on the second way of the pass, since the sun is just now starting to get to the horizon and you're getting a little more light, that the stature's a little strange. The way that they walk is a little weird. And then as you see a little more, you realize that their legs are different.
It's the dinosaur people.
It's almost like their legs are backwards.
It's the dinosaur people.
Goat people?
Goat? No, goat. No, the ones that they're saying burned down Warsers. I forgot their name. No.
Oh no.
But everybody in the group should be able to understand them but me because they got earworms.
Is that the Alzak?
Yeah, the
That's where
everybody in the group test one. Only Groger. What do you mean?
only
everybody?
Groger should be able to communicate with them because he got the earworm.
Oh man.
Oh.
I ran away
Oh,
from the
fun.
earworm.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, right up in the tree.
You
Yep,
said,
I was
"Hell
hiding in the
no."
tree like a cat.
But yeah. That's what you could make out.
What are they doing up here? Isn't it too cold for them?
But yeah, so the sun starts going up and the torchlight disappears. You're left there. Probably about time to get going.
I didn't burn anything today.
You didn't. Congratulations.
Yay.
Has purposely left no food for you to burn.
I'll
We
make
need
you
our
waffles.
rations. I was just gonna cook when you woke us up. Something quick.
I'll
No
make
stew.
you waffles.
Waffles! I'll just cook some of the goat meat and pass it around with something that we have in our bags. But yeah.
Oh, we can make sandwiches.
We could, yeah. We'll make sandwiches.
Kroger.
Hmm?
And did either of you guys notice anything weird during your watch?
Mm. Well, I just heard. Well, I thought I heard a noise, but I couldn't find anything.
Over in the direction that we saw that campfire, or what we assume is a campfire, I heard some chanting, maybe singing. Couldn't quite make it out. One point it almost sounded like animal noises. It's very incoherent.
Mm-hmm. I saw creatures, creatures walking by with torches in the woods, in the edge of the woods.
How did that go?
That
again?
sounded terrifying.
I think it was the Outsack, Kroger.
What are they doing up here?
I mean, I'm not 100% sure that's what they were, but from what I can see, I think that's what it was.
Hmm.
The owl stock?
They're the lizard dinosaur people we were talking about, the ones that they said born down Worcester. But we've spoken to them, kind of. I don't think they were that bad. I mean, I don't know. I couldn't understand them. I didn't let them put the worm in my ear. But Grover's got it.
What?
Oh. In order to communicate with them, some of us put ear worms in our ears to be able to communicate. I was one of them.
Okay. They have luck.
Ted's like, it's too early for this shit, man. Just woke up, talking about earworms, like what?
Oh, she's that fucking meme, but okay.
Oh my god.
Just gonna sit and eat my sandwich.
But as long as we don't bother them, I'm pretty sure they won't bother us. So we could just keep going forward. But it is very curious to what they're doing all the way up here.
Mm.
I thought this place was supposed to have no life. We've been running into life every second.
Dungeon Master. Is the direction of that fire that we assume is a fire and not just smoke for no reason, is that in the direction that we're headed anyway, or would that be out of our way?
Well, it depends. Because you're about to come up to the first of the mountains, okay? And where you're trying to go is northeast. So you're either gonna have to go straight into that. If you go northeast, you will run into that fire. If you go east first to go over the small amount of hills and then go more north, to get past like the bigger mountains. There's that. I can show on map again if you would like. So if you go straight east, there's like this little, it's like a little mountain, like the smaller mountain range, and you could cross it and then it'd be flat again, and then you could go more northeast, or you could just try to go straight northeast and go across the whole thing. And if you go this direction, you will run into that fire.
What do you guys think?
Or you could spend an extra day and a half and go around the smaller range completely.
Well, that doesn't sound very cash money.
Oh, Roxy, I need you to roll a d20 for me.
Okay.
Where's the map?
I got a 3.
You got a 3. Okay, thank you.
Oh.
Oh,
I guess whichever way is the shortest way, we'll go that way.
I think cutting across northeast and like the small range to get to the larger range and investigating the campfire would probably be in our best interest, just so we can get an idea of what's going on or what was happening, or if there are travelers or if it was something else entirely.
Oh, good. I'm glad you said that. I wanted
Mhm.
to go to the fire.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, me as a player too wanted to go.
Alright, as test then. It'd probably be worth investigating that fire. Might take us a bit out of the way, but if we cut across northeast, and if I have a map, I'll point to it on the map. If we cut across northeast, should be well within our way. So
Sounds perfect. And if it does turn out that it's the Outsack, Groker could talk to them.
grand.
Mhm.
He sounds so happy about that. You're like,
Kroger, the least talkative person.
Suddenly he has to be the diplomat, like, oh no.
That's
I
funny.
mean, I don't have
What
talk-
did they say, Groger? They're going to kill us. No!
I don't have talked to beasts yet, so
Well,
I don't even know if that would work with them, honestly.
say they're pretty
So,
humanoid.
Pack up and head out toward the direction of where we saw the campfire in the distance.
Ote.
Otte.
To the
Yahoo!
fire.
So, as you head in that direction, and you're getting closer to that area, you can start hearing more of those guttural tones and talking.
Hmm.
As we get closer, do any of us understand it?
Yeah.
Or is it just nonsense?
What are your languages?
All of
Common and Orc.
Common,
Uh,
Sylvan, Druidic.
Oswin, Common, Infernal, and this is not really a language, but thieves can't.
I mean,
Thieves
it
can't
kinda
what?
is.
I don't know.
Oh my god.
I love that. Thank you. Well, I will tell you this. If you're thinking that Groger would be able to understand them, he cannot.
Okay.
Mm.
Does anybody else?
I'm looking at the moment. Give me a second. Sorry.
No,
You're
you're
fine.
fine. I just.
One.
Take your time.
Your second is up.
Hey. I.
Nice.
Wow, I would never have guessed this. I never thought that. Yes. You can understand them, Tess. They're speaking in Sylvan. It's an odd language, a version of Sylvan with the guttural tones in it, but you can understand some of what's being said.
I don't even know what Sylvan
Okay.
is.
Fairy.
Oh, I was over here thinking like freaking Sylveon from Pokemon.
Fairy
fairy,
and like
yeah, Sylveon.
kind
Yeah,
of
but-
yeah, fairy type
But-
Sylveon.
But I was thinking like, like literally like Sylveon.
Yeah, like very fancy. That's what I'm saying. It's like a. It has Sylvan tones to it, but like you can kind of like, oh yeah, that's a chopped up version of Sylvan.
It's like when they in Atlantis, the Lost Empire, when they arrive at Atlantis and they're speaking chopped up versions of all the languages.
Yeah. Like, oh,
Okay.
okay, that's weird. Some of that's Sylvan, some of it's whatever that is.
All right, in Sylvan then. Hello?
And then instantly everything goes quiet for a second.
We mean you no trouble or harm. We're just passing through.
And then you hear one say back in better Sylvan. Ah, well. Come then. Sit by the fire. Warm yourselves.
We are trying to make good time getting across the mountain. I don't know if we have enough time to spare, but thank you for the offer.
Ah, come now. Don't be silly. You spoke up first, so I assumed you needed something. Let's talk.
Not necessarily. Just wanted you to know that we didn't mean you any harm crossing through. Hoping you didn't want to attack us.
We're all friends around here. We would never do such a thing.
Give me just a moment then. So Tess looks at Lily and Groger. They're speaking in Sylvan, and I'm communicating with one of them. He's invited us to sit down by their fire. But if I'm being honest, I've always learned that Fae folk are a bit treacherous. So
Faithful.
I'm a bit hesitant to do so. Yeah, Fae folk.
Okay. I did see they had backwards legs.
Backwards legs?
Yeah, like their knee did this. So I'm trying to do that, but obviously my legs don't go that way.
What say you? Should we stop?
I don't know. I mean, we do need to go through there, right?
Well, we've made our presence known now. We're not going to pass without something happening.
Well, they let us pass, though.
I guess it wouldn't hurt to say hi. And if things seem to get a little fishy, we'll just, excuse ourselves.
Alright.
If we need to aggressively excuse ourselves, we can do that too.
I'll just be sitting here by the fire waiting.
This is like
Oh
some
my
Hansel and Gretel shit.
And you hear a very, very beautiful music start being played.
Tess will turn around. I think we can spare a few moments to sit by your fire.
And it stops for a second. He says, "Wonderful." And then he keeps playing. And at that moment, we're going to take a break.
Grand.
Grand.
I've always wanted to meet Fae folks. Like, no lie. The Fae realm seems pretty awesome.
My Fey realm may not be the Fey realm that you're thinking of.
Probably not, because my Fae realm in my head's not even the same from what I've seen in Vox Machina.
Oh yeah, no, mine's completely different. But anyways, we will be back.
Do-do-do-do-do. Commercial break.
Yes. And we'll see you soon. Don't go anywhere. Get popcorn and all that good stuff. and welcome back. I'm gonna get into this this camp. I'm assuming as we come back to hearing this beautiful lulling music and the crackling of a fire. Do you guys approach?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
We approach with confidence, so that way they won't think they can take advantage of us.
With
I just approach
confidence.
with caution.
It's just Lily just like strolls in all like back high and arms up like yeah, and then Grover's in the back like
I
looking
stepped
everywhere.
out. It's like, hey guys, what's up? Ready for party?
That's
Oh
funny.
my god.
So, as you approach the camp, the first thing you notice is you see a rather large. I wouldn't even call it a campfire, more like a bonfire. It is. The flames are low at the moment, and you see a large felled tree in front of it, and you see this figure that is sitting in front of this fire, playing some instrument, and he has. It's a satyr. It's the top part is human, the bottom half is goat. He has. The knee part is normal, but then it goes back, and then it turns back again, like as goat legs do, and that's what that is what you were seeing before. It was that.
So, have you ever seen those animes where like their eyes get like the little twinkles in them, and they're just like pulsing? That's kind of like what I look right now. Seeing like this creature I've never seen before. It's just amazing.
And a little past that, you see this makeshift altar with branches and everything in a half circle around it that kind of like they go up about 10 feet high with this altar, and on this altar you can see fresh blood and some animal parts on it.
Are you guys cooking?
And he stops playing and he looks at you and he says, "Welcome." No, that was a prayer of sorts. He kind of throws you a grin, and he's fairly handsome. He's a fairly handsome gentleman. His long black hair that's tied back in a ponytail. He's got strands of bangs coming in front of him, and this very nice manicured goatee on his face.
That does sound pretty handsome.
We appreciate you inviting us around your campfire, sharing the warmth. Is there anything that we can do to reciprocate?
Well, since you asked, and he kind of like flashes you another smile, and he says, "Well, what brings you to the area? Don't see many around here."
We're on a journey to the central part of the mountains.
Very curious.
If I'm being perfectly honest with you, my dear, I'm not entirely certain myself. You'd have to ask these two.
Wow. Oh my, it's
Though I don't know you'd get a straight answer.
it's like you read my mind. Come, sit down. And he moves out of the way of the log to allow you guys to sit down.
I'm not trying to be rude, but I can't help but keep staring at him.
He notices, but he doesn't say anything.
Does Grover get jealous?
I mean, it's kind of like sees Lily looking at him, and he's just like, he doesn't say anything, but it's just like,
And he looks at me.
and I look at him.
So we
Hello.
sit.
Okay. And you hear him say something in Sylvan again, and he says, he's like, "It's all right, come out." And you see two more satyr come out of the woods, and you see one has a bow in his hands, and he's just kind of looking at you guys for a moment, and then he nods at you, and he kind of puts the bow like strapped around his chest and on his back.
So excited.
Tess reciprocates a nod in his direction and a welcome, thank you.
And what's your what is your guys' passive perception? I don't Lily, I don't need to know yours. Yours is a million.
I'm on 16.
Okay.
I'm on a 10.
You're at 10. Okay, so Tess and Lily would notice a stealthy satyr coming out from behind you guys. He's not armed. Well, he's got a sword in a scabbard, but he's not holding it. It's not out. And he comes up from behind you, but like not to scare you. That's where he was, watching you guys. He's stalking, and then he moved around the campfire. So all three are in your visual range. And
Are they all handsome?
they're all pretty
Oh my
handsome.
God.
Yes. Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Sorry, continue.
And
God.
said, "Yes, we are." So I'd like to introduce us. Have you met anybody from the Fey realm before?
Just shaking my head like no.
Is he talking normal or in Sylvan?
In normal, in common.
Okay. I have, yes. I'm quite familiar with the Fey realm. Where I come from, borders on the Fey Wilds.
I
Very
am not
interesting.
familiar.
I'm speechless. I'm just like shaking my head like
One of the other satyrs kind of like nudges the one talking to you, and says, "So you know of satyrs, do you? Well, you may call me Pilon. This is Poramos, and this is Purus." And
Those are some incredibly fancy names.
thank you. We are the keepers of these woods.
I see. Understand your trepidation then. Then an extra thank you for inviting us to join you at your campfire and trusting us enough to come out to the woodwork.
Ah, well, I figure we would have known before now if you were a problem. So, and as if you know anything about the Fey realm, you know that we are generally honest folk. There's no need for us to be anything but.
Tess gives him a bit of a dubious side eye, but nods in agreement.
Ah. Well, can I offer a drink? I know it is a bit early, but it's never too early to drink. He flashes you a grin. Anybody?
I'm not particular for it, but we have some extra meat. If you're interested, we can share our rations. Maybe be a bit better for your stomachs than just a drink.
Ah, we're fine, thank you. As you see, we had a fresh kill last night. Just because we make an offering doesn't mean we have to let it go to waste.
That is true.
What kind of drinks do you have?
Oh, we have alcohol, and that one over there, that's alcohol. Yes, we like to have fun.
Mm.
You are a hardy bunch, aren't you?
Of course. Not much else to do around here. I mean, worst there's some wolves or some ice wraiths, but they know who's boss.
Clearly. Or they probably would have attacked you last night with all the ruckus you were making. Sounded like a jolly row, though.
Ah, you heard that, did you? kind of looks at the other two. Be honest, I'm surprised we didn't see you. Well, no harm done. So you say you're heading over the mountains.
Mm-hmm. That is true.
Can I ask why?
We're looking for something. For you, it might be an anomaly. I'm not quite sure myself. And I'm not thrilled that I'm going to get it, if I'm being perfectly honest.
So you're headed to an icy wasteland on the other side of the mountains to get something that you don't want to get. And you're not even sure why.
Correct.
Hmm.
I know. Curious.
Very. That's twice now you've read my mind. But you said the others two might know something or why you're headed that direction.
You're welcome to talk to them.
I forgot what we were doing.
Is she flustered? Oh my god!
What's the matter, girl? Cat got your tongue?
Seems you're too charming for her.
I do tend to have that effect on women. Why they threw me out here in the north where there's not a lot of them around.
Teenagers, right?
Unfortunate. You look like you could cause some jolly trouble.
Oh. We, the three of us, boy, don't get us started.
Well, yes, we have a mission.
Yes, your mission. What can you tell me about it? If you don't mind sharing, that is.
It's mission from Alderman. Council business.
We were tasked to go find something important.
God. Oh, God. Sorry. That was too perfect. Continue.
Oh, no, that's all he was saying. It's just, we were tasked with finding something very important.
Oh, well.
Do you know the lake? I think it's the lake on the other side of the mountain. Is it a lake, Tess? I don't remember in the map.
Well,
I've described broad strokes and explained that, like, the map that I saw was like a map removed from a map removed from a map.
this is true. That is what it is. He says, well, we have not been there. To be honest with you, we haven't been pretty much anywhere but here for a long time.
Is that because you're just the protectors of the forest? I was under the impression the entire mountain range was under your guard.
No, we were tasked the forest. Yeah. He kind of is like looking up. Like you can see his eyes like moving around, like he's just remembering things and thinking about it. It's like, yeah, no, we were tasked the forest. So we haven't left here in a long time. We just kind of roam around and make sure that it's okay. As I said before, we kind of got the short end of the stick.
That's a shame.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
And it's just the three of you all alone all the time?
Well, mean, not all the time. We get the occasional wanderers, and travelers that come by.
Would you like to petition them for a stay, Lily? I'm sure they'd be more than happy to accommodate you.
A what?
To stay with them for a time.
Oh,
Oh,
the amount of fun we could have.
like what?
Groger looks increasingly uncomfortable. I just.
Oh, you too, big boy. You can stay as well.
Getting spicy.
Oh, it's not ready for that.
Revelry is
trying
revelry.
to kill Panda.
Fun is fun.
I've never had alcohol. I don't know how much fun it'd actually be.
Oh well. Doesn't. There's always the first time for everything, but doesn't have to be. It could be fun. Could be a lot of things. There's plenty of stories to be told. We can regale each other of our adventures. Of you say you don't know any other fey creatures. Boy, are there some interesting ones. The Fey realm is very, very strange. It's a lot of fun.
Strange but magnificent. And horrifying all at once.
I'd like to see it someday.
Would you now? See? That's more things we could do. Eventually. See, as I said, we're kind of stuck here at the moment, so until things change, we're kind of where we are.
How long have you guys been here?
He kind of looks at his brothers and he's like, well, I'm not quite sure. A long time. Maybe a few years at least, maybe longer. I'm not sure. Time, we don't perceive time the same way. See, in the Fey realm, time passes differently pretty much everywhere you go. So we stopped caring about time as much. It doesn't move as linear as it does here.
I imagine if it's been long enough for you boys to get bored, then it must have been quite a while.
It's possible. Yeah, we did have some fun. Some people didn't look too kindly to that, so this is where we ended up. But that's okay. I mean, we have a lot of fun out here. There's no one to tell us what we can and can't do. Other than leave. That's pretty much the one rule.
Well, at least you guys got each other.
Exactly, see? Now you're getting it. We've been watching. There's a new group of people that have been building houses and huts a little ways down. We're kind of keeping an eye on them. That could be fun.
They're evidently refugees from a town that burned down. They've had it rough, I'm to understand. So, if you do go to cause trouble, I would appreciate it if you were gentle about it.
Oh, it's trouble, my dear. Whatever do you mean? What have I said to make you think that I would be causing trouble?
Naughty Fae or naughty Fae, regardless of how you look or how you present, I know your tricks. Doesn't mean they're bad tricks, but they are still tricks.
And what trouble can they cause with a face like that?
Roger in the corner molding.
I'm just going to say this. Like, he doesn't realize it, but he is making a bit of a face, like he's just a bit of a pout. He doesn't know he's making that face. He's kind of just like,
Well,
sorry, continue. Continue, that's it.
I'm sorry, it's hormones.
well, since you, my dear, to whom I do not know the name of, speaking to Tess, as you know, with fey
Not yet.
creatures, we do like to make a deal.
Oh, I'm well aware.
So, I would like to propose one.
I'm listening.
If one of you three lovely people could regale us with a wondrous tale, I might be willing to help you out in reaching the other side of the mountains in a quicker way and more than likely safer way than whatever way you were planning.
Few tales under my belt, but well, Lily, would you like to regale them with a tale, or is your tongue tied?
A tail?
A story.
Like a made up one or like real?
Oh,
something
well,
that
we
happened?
prefer something that maybe really happened. Usually those tales are much better, but it is up to you. It has to be a good one to get for us to share this secret.
I know she's like thinking back on like things that have happened. It's like, man, my life's been one tragedy after another.
Perfect. That makes an excellent story.
Well, there's been a lot of things that have happened. I wouldn't even know where to start. Groger, do you have anything?
Perfect time for backstory, guys.
You're asking the boy who doesn't talk almost ever if he has some tales he'd like to share.
I mean, I'd like to know what he's been. I'm phrasing this wrong. It was phrased right in my head. Basically, saying I would like to know more about him. There we go. That's how it's. There we go. That's crazy.
Nope, it's canon. I like to know where he's been. Locked down. No takebacks. Well, it's not a. I don't think it's a particularly interesting tale, but I'm not opposed to sharing.
I mean, we've been traveling with each other for a long time, and I really don't know much about, where do you come from?
See, this is the perfect
Well,
time.
It's funny you say that because neither do I.
He looks at his brother and he says, "Ooh, this is gonna be a good one."
Oh, I was found as a baby. I was crying in the middle of a forest, and a monk just so happened to find me. He was kind enough to take me back with him, and I grew up at the monastery that he resided in. He taught me everything I know, and he's like my father. Um, but while there, I never really ventured out. I never felt that much of a need to. I had him, I had the other monks, and they were all kind to me, and I thought that would be enough. And then she came along.
She?
It's always a she.
Oh, it's nothing like that. She simply went by Madam. That day I did journey a bit outside of the monastery, but not very far, to train and meditate the usual. And she found me, and she was very forward, asking me who I am, where I'm from, and just showing a lot of interest. At the time, I didn't understand it, but she started talking to me about if I ever thought about going elsewhere, venturing out into the world, and that's when I started thinking about it more, and I mean, she did catch some of my interests. Like I said, I never thought about it before, but to see the world, to learn more about what's going on outside of the walls I lived in my whole life, I thought this is probably a great opportunity and I shouldn't pass it. So I spoke with my father. He supported the decision, and I left with her. Sorry. She offered me to go with her, and I went with her. And we traveled through, and at first it was nice. I was learning so more, and about everything, really. Different types of people, races, creatures, all sorts of things. But it didn't last. We were traveling through the forest, and we get to a clearing, and she suddenly stops. And before I can ask her why, I was attacked. I was put out very quickly. And when I woke up, I was in a prison. I didn't know what had happened, why I was there. But one of the guards was there when I awoke, and he didn't tell me everything, but he told me enough.
When I see right now that he's struggling a bit, I'm gonna place my hand on top of his, like, give him a little bit more comfort, say it's okay.
Well, he'd smile a bit at her when she does that. She sold me. She saw what I was, a half-orc, and she decided she could make a lot of money off of me. So she sold me to the people in that prison. And I was forced to fight. There was a fighting ring, and they had put this collar on me. And because if I didn't fight, they would activate it and make me fight. It was 5 years, I think, there. I left the monastery when I was 17. And I managed to get away from there fairly recently, actually. So yes, about 5 years. And the only reason I was even able to get out was one of the other guards. She just went by Ashi. She couldn't do much, but she showed me bits of kindness, and I was always grateful for that. And it was after the big fight that she decided to help me. I don't know what she did, but she told me to wait. And a bit later, she came, let me out, and led me outside. She gave me a map she drew, told me where to avoid, and told me to go and never come back. And I've just been wandering since, trying to find a way to remove this collar. I didn't expect to make any friends along the way, but eventually I ran into my friends. and they've done a lot for me.
You see the three brothers are sitting there, like on the edge of this tree, listening to you intently. And he says, "See, I told you it'd be good." He said, "So that collar, were other people wearing as well in the prison?"
Yes, every fighter had one. It, when it's activated, it makes you go into a rage, an uncontrollable rage. And I learned the hard way what damage it causes when that happens.
He kind of staring at the collar for a little bit, and he says, Did it have the same effect on every fighter? And the reason why I ask is I can sense the magic from it, and I would not have expected it to be rage-inducing. It's almost like it's based on emotion.
What? No, wait, no, that can't. Then I thought that time they activated it. It was them.
Oh, I didn't mean anything by it. It could have that effect on you. It could put you into a rage, and it may have the same effect on some people, but I suspect there's more to that collar than just rage. I've never sensed magic like it before.
So,
Well,
I'm pretty sure we'll find a way to take it off, Groger. Don't worry. I'm still holding his hand.
just be careful. Threads of magic. These are some tricky things to work with. To undo that, you can take a strong wizard or someone that's strong in the magical arts.
Groger, you said the god's name was Ashi?
Yeah, Ashi.
So this was an Oswin prison?
Yes.
I wonder how they made that collar when they have no magic.
I don't know. I don't know.
Well, a deal is a deal. You gave us a story, a great one at that. So, I do believe we must honor our end of the bargain. When you are ready, that is, if you want to take more time to rest and relax and drink more, by all means do so. And when you are ready to head out, I will be more than happy to show you our secret.
I would be certainly glad of your company a while longer, and after that story, I wouldn't mind a drink.
right. And he, one of the other brothers hands you a flask of alcohol.
Thank you, darling.
He just nods at you. Is there anything else you guys
Their
want to
spirits
do?
never disappoint.
Ah, you have good taste.
No, you.
I know good company when I see it.
Mm. The feeling's mutual.
So, is there anything else
Shall
you guys
we
want
carry
to do,
on?
or want to hang out for a little bit?
I was gonna say while they're like drinking, like
Comfort your boy.
I was gonna say like he just like, oh, go ahead, and he's like, oh, I don't drink, but thank you. If it's all right, I'd like to step away a moment.
Okay.
Where?
No, so he doesn't go far. He just kind of walks off, and he just kind of sits like against like a tree and lost in thought.
Really?
Hmm?
Wait, now's
You
your
could
chance.
do something about it. Yeah.
Love is blind. So after oh, you gonna say something? Go for it.
Well, like, I'm gonna watch him walk away, and I'm not gonna go follow him right away because he said he needed a little bit of time. So maybe after, like, I don't know, just a few minutes, I'll go follow him.
Hate to watch him leave, love to watch him walk away, eh?
I mean, have you seen him when he walks away?
Jeez.
I mean,
Did you just say that out loud? Like in character?
No,
Okay.
there was no accent.
Just making sure.
Would have been a nice boost to his ego. His confidence.
Especially since she's been swooning over the satyrs.
I mean, it's not just because they're cute. She's just never seen a satyr before, you know?
He doesn't know that. Well, I mean, he knows, but he doesn't know, like, he thinks, like, oh, she's, like, charming him. It's like, well, I guess they're charming, but we won't know.
Take notes.
I mean, they do sound really cute, but, you know.
How to impress Lily, be charming, be handsome. That's it.
I should go check on him.
Aye, you should.
I'll be right back. And I go follow him.
Are you taking the camera with you?
Does the camera crew want to come with me?
The point is, if there's things that you guys want to, if there's a conversation that you want to be had.
Sure, the camera crew can come with me because Tess's camera crew might turn into something that's like, you know, rated X.
Whatever, get out of here.
Spicy, you've never had 3 at once.
That's funny. I like that.
Wow.
I'm joking.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
You want me to turn on the sexy voice, Panda? You better stop.
Yes, ma'am. Anything but that! Please, I'm vulnerable.
You doing okay there, Groger?
Oh, hi, Ollie. I just needed to think.
Okay. I'm gonna sit down next to him. we can be alone together. We don't have to talk.
I keep thinking about what he said about the magic in my collar being tied to my emotion. But it I just don't understand.
Well, I'm definitely not the smartest person, especially when it comes to magic, but it does kind of make sense. You've been with us this whole time. It's never activated, and you're always meditating. And as far as I know, meditation is a way to calm your emotions, is it not? And from what you just said, I don't blame you if you were angry after being betrayed like that.
No, it's not. It's. I mean, yes, I was, but that's not what I'm referring to. I mentioned that there was a big fight. I had beaten my opponent, and for some reason the crowd was just, they were especially I guess rowdy is a way to put it. Me winning wasn't enough. They wanted more. They wanted me to kill him, and I pleaded to just go back to my cell, and they said that if the audience wants bloodshed, that is what they're going to get. And they activate the collar, but no, if it's emotions, then like it just, if it is my emotions, the thing is that would mean that wasn't them. This whole time I thought they activate the collar, and then that's what I thought.
I don't know how that works, but even if it was the emotions, I don't think it was you.
Lily, if it was my emotions, that means I activated it. And that means I killed him. Not them. Me. This whole time. It was me. I killed him. It was my fault.
I'm gonna scoot closer to him and like lean my head on him, like lean towards him. You know, just because something like that happened, it doesn't necessarily mean it's your fault. Sometimes, with or without magic, you just have no control over the situation. I mean, my hands are not clean of blood either. I mean, I technically I burned down the orphanage I was in, killing a whole bunch of kids.
But I don't know the whole story, but I do know you. And from what it sounds like, it was an accident.
It was still me, though. And I know you too, Grover, and I know that's not something you would do on your own. Don't let something like that define who you are. Just be the wonderful person that I know you really are.
You really think I'm wonderful?
Of course I do.
Well, thank you. It takes one to know one. And he's looking right at her when he says this.
It's getting a little warm in here, isn't it?
Like 60 degrees outside.
Like hypothermia. It's kind of warm out here. Well, thank you, Lily. I appreciate what you said.
Just
It means a
speaking the
lot.
truth.
Oh.
Well, I think I should walk away now.
Okay.
You can go on ahead. I'm going to try to meditate.
Okay, well, good talk. Go back over there.
Lily awkwardly gets up and quickly walks away faster than needed.
Exactly. Very awkward.
Just like waddles off like.
And on that note, we are going to end tonight's session.
Ooh. Didn't think I was gonna be dropping that backstory.
It's hella good though. You did good, Panda.
Oh, thanks.
You got Kroger to talk.
I know. For like a whole.
That was more words than he said the
Certain
entire
amount.
campaign together.
I know, huh? Progress.
Dude, that get up and walk away thing was doing that because I'm not gonna lie, she was getting the urge to possibly kiss him.
Yeah, it was obvious. I was just
So
hoping you
why
were actually
didn't
exactly.
she?
You were just gonna do it, but whatever.
She's like,
What do you think you're gonna lavender tea hype in the chat? What the fuck?
I don't think she's ready yet, so it's like it just didn't feel like okay. I need to walk away right now.
It's gonna be.
I'm just
it's gonna be the
saying,
entirety of this fucking series. I'm just not ready yet.
I'm just saying, if she had gone for it, he wouldn't have pushed her away. I'm just saying.
It was a huge debate whether to go for it or not. I'm not lying.
You gotta take control of those vulnerable moments. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Like if you notice, like the part where like she got real quiet, that was when I was like, I'm gonna go for it. No, I'm not gonna go for it. No, I'm gonna go for it. No, I'm not gonna go.
But if it follows based on emotion, maybe something else would have happened.
Man, where was I? My brain should have been like, Maki steps in and he goes, kiss the girl. But, you know.
Ah.
Anyways, why don't you tell us about the card of the day?
Oh
Roxy.
yeah,
while
Four of Wands.
yes, while Roxy's getting ready for the Four of Wands reversed, we'll talk about, although I don't know if we have to, our role play of the day for DM inspiration. So you can either put it in chat, or main preference, you can put it in Discord. I will do it right meow in general. I'll put vote here, and you can vote for best RP of the night, and they will get DM inspiration if they don't already have it.
So, Four of Wands reverse. Self-doubt. Dysphoria. Cancelled plans. Gloom.
Do go on. I'm listening.
Hold on. Let me get the other book also. So basically, the Four of Wands is just like, you gotta seek out other people to become whole, but at the same time, because it's reversed, there's a lot of like, oh, I don't know, like a lot of self-doubt in there.
Well, so what I'm hearing is you drew a card, which the definition of said card is Groger. Got it.
Yeah.
Or you not kissing Groger.
All right, this is a call out post. Got it.
All right, it's going to happen, guys, sooner than later. I'm telling you that, but it wasn't.
We're
moment.
making
It
our
wasn't
way.
in the cards,
We're
as
getting
you say?
there.
It wasn't in the card.
I'm dead.
Oh man, you don't know how. I don't know why she didn't go for it. I'm just telling you right now, like the intent was there, and when it came down to it, she chickened out.
Roxy chickened out.
Oh, no, if it wasn't me. If it
Oh,
was me, I
no.
would have gone for it.
Oh no, if it was me, they'd be buried.
That's what I was just about to say that. But if it was Roxy, it'd be like, hey, what are you married?
You want to get married? If it was me.
Okay.
I was like, we can ask the satyrs to like officiate it. We're here.
I was about to say the satyrs can officiate.
Oh my god. They just come back, hey, we're getting married.
The
And I
one
mean,
brain
they-
cell.
And you know that the satyrs know how to throw a fucking party too, so
Yep.
That reception will be
Just
wild.
like, meet up with the other guys and be like, hey guys, oh, what did we miss? Oh, we're married.
Bay shotgun wedding. Nice.
you would come back and say that Nealon would be the Jontron meme, the what? What the
I tell you, I go into Lily brain and like the moment was there and she literally like got scared and like that's why she got up and left.
It's okay. It's very anime.
Well, I mean, it looks like Groger won, obviously. Saw that coming.
I mean, obvious.
I mean, you just had this whole huge RP, let me hear your entire backstory moment. So, you know.
Oh.
And then on top of that, there were like
okay.
tears. Like, I swear I felt the tears coming down your face as you were telling that story.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm so glad I was able to project that. Oh, I was like, let me just throw all my emotion in this.
could
'Cause
hear
I'm
the
like,
tremble in your voice.
Yep.
Very, very convincing stuff.
Oh, thanks. Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad it was good.
Yeah, I didn't want to tell my backstory, so I was like, you know what? Let's get Groger to talk. That's why I was like,
Was it good for you?
I was thinking that too.
Good for you. Was it as good for you as it was for me?
Yeah.
I got a cigarette.
Satyrs
And
could
I
have been
don't even
involved with that
smoke.
too.
Oh my God.
You guys ever seen the movie Tank Girl?
Yes.
No, but
It's
I've heard
it's
of
like
her. I've seen
the Rippers are like the Satyrs. You know what I'm talking about. Anyways. So, thanks for joining us. Thanks for hanging out. We will be doing it again in 2 days' time with Team Run, RNN.
Woo!
Woo!
Yee!
Yeah. So, please join us then. Same time, same place. You know how we do. And we'll see you then.
Or not.
No, we will see you then. We
Bye.
will see you then. Join the Discord.
worry.
Thanks, Ace, for the Discord prompt. Check us out.
A kiss will happen, guys. Don't worry.
Kiss the girl.
Every kiss begins with K. Or whatever, I don't know.
Bye. Bye.
Every
Bye.
kiss begins with Liliola.
God, man. One day.